And like everyone that somebody brought up as to what's going to happen, almost everyone I thought, I can totally see that happening. So, the big news today in sports is Brendan Smith, within the last hour, has been dealt from the Detroit Red Wings to the New York Rangers. In return, Detroit gets a 2018 second-round pick that was originally Ottawa's. So what's funny about this is next year, I mean, if you're going to go into the detail and the minutia of rooting for things, you want Ottawa to suck. Not this year, but next year. And they also get the Rangers' third-round pick this year. A lot of feedback coming in on that. Like this from Tully in a truck. Most certainly a mistake. Smith is an unsung hero for the team. Puck-moving defenseman. And besides Cronwall, who's on the blue line, actually can lay someone out. Who can actually lay someone out like Smith can? We just lost Marchenko.
Well, when it comes to guys that are physical on the blue line, now they kind of lack that physicality. But I think they got really good value in return for a guy that they made an offer to reportedly and turned him down. So,
well, but here's the other thing. If what he is saying is that the Detroit Red Wings, tonight, the Red Wing team that will take the ice at Vancouver is not as good as the one that would take the ice with Brendan Smith, he's probably correct.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt.
But that's not what this trade was made for. This trade was made because they are rebuilding. And they're 2 steps deep in the rebuild in trading Yurko and now Brendan Smith. They will be 3 steps deep when Vanek gets traded. And who knows, they might go 4 steps deep. Which, I mean, this is signifying a full-scale rebuild. I would take a bag of pucks for Smith. He's awful. That's from an unnamed texter. I mean, talk about the term awful. I don't think he's awful, but why even debate it anymore? From Nick and Clausen, this is a steal for the Wings. However, to the trained eye, you'd realize how actually much improved the Wings were with Smith on the ice. That's from Nick. Next one, I can't believe New York gave up a second and a third. I love it. He wasn't worth a bag of popcorn. From Dan, it's all pointless. We need 2 to 3 can't-miss picks. Number 1 through number 3 overall picks. Second and third rounders won't improve this team. Dan, there's some truth in what you're saying. I don't think of it as second and third rounders. I think of it as assets to make yourself better. Here's what I'll guarantee. In the next 2 years, I will bet that the Red Wings shouldn't guarantee it, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Red Wings peddle some draft picks into having 2 first-rounders.
To move up somewhere, yeah.
Yes. Like their pick right now at the beginning of the second round, because it's going to be at the beginning of the second round, gets paired with one of these draft picks that they got, and next thing you know, they're picking at 20. So they'll be picking at 6 and 20 in this coming draft, for instance. Red Wings are real smart to stockpile picks, as many as possible, then either pick or parlay them down the road. There you go. I guess that's what I just said.
Well, they have 10 picks in the 2017 draft, 3 third-round picks. They don't have their own third-round pick, but they do have 3 others.
Okay.
So a first, a second, 3 thirds, a fourth, fifth, 2 sixths, and a 7th.
Gotcha.
A lot going on there.
Yes, there is. All right, Gator. We wanted to talk about this and understand that this is not a political topic. We are not making a political statement at all. We just found it interesting because a person of interest did this. A person in the public eye did this. But President Trump was recently at a high-end steakhouse in Washington, D.C., the BLT Steakhouse. And he ordered a 30-day dry-aged steak, well done with a side of ketchup. So it doesn't matter who does this. Trump, Obama, Warren Beatty. Well, he's in the news. Brendan Smith. It doesn't matter who does it. I am not a red meat eater. But when this story started going around the office, a 30-day dry-aged steak, well done with a side of ketchup, the reaction was visceral. He did what?
Well, I'm interested to...
You have a strong policy on this kind of thing.
Well, I do have a strong policy, and that is I'm not going to tell anybody how or what they should eat. You paid for it. You do whatever you want with it. Do I think it's a waste? Sure, I think it's a waste. But I think the more egregious of the offenses there is ordering the steak well done. Having ketchup on the side, I mean, it sounds like a peasant or quite pedestrian to do it, but I like ketchup. I wouldn't put it on a steak. I like a zip sauce or some kind of other sauce and go with it. But if you like ketchup and whatever, you like steak, put them together. It's your own prerogative.
Going back to my steak eating days, which was a long time ago, before I gave up the red meat, I never put ketchup on a steak. Ever. And I wouldn't even consider it. I really don't put ketchup on, and now that I think about it, I put ketchup on French fries, and I think that's it.
So when you used to eat hamburgers, you didn't put ketchup on a hamburger? Put ketchup on a turkey burger?
No, I put barbecue sauce.
Right, you are a barbecue sauce guy.
I'm a big barbecue sauce guy.
All right, could you see yourself having a steak with barbecue sauce?
No, but could I put A1 on it? Yes.
Why? Because it says steak sauce?
Yep.
I mean, but it's just a condiment. I'm not yelling at you.
You kind of are. I'm a pretty simple guy.
I think it's interesting, your thought process, because I'm just trying to break it down this way. It's just a condiment.
Yeah, I mean, but what do you put ketchup on? I put ketchup on French fries, and I think that's it.
With ketchup, I'm a dipper, so I dip the fries into ketchup. But I'm more of a mustard guy than I'm a ketchup guy. But yes, if there are fries involved, there's going to be ketchup. If I have a burger, if I have a hot dog, ketchup's involved.
Okay. 248-539-9797. How do you feel about the 30-day dry-aged steak well done with a side of ketchup?
When I heard this story, guys, I was appalled. I'm serious. This is not a political statement, like you said earlier. I don't care if it was Trump, Obama, any of the Bushes, Clinton, doesn't matter to me. When I heard this, I was like, are you kidding me? Now, I had a hard time deciding which was worse myself, the well-done part on a 30-day aged steak at a super nice restaurant, or the ketchup. And in this scenario, I got to go with the well done. You're just ruining the piece of meat.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, because you're ruining. I mean, to me,
what are you doing? You could go anywhere and get a well done steak then, if that's what you want. Just well done in ketchup. Because ketchup's not just a condiment, by the way, on steak. It masks the flavor of the meat. It's not like a steak sauce or some kind of zip sauce. You know what I mean? To help enhance it.
Well, I look at ketchup, to me, is the same thing as A1. It's a thicker sauce you're going to put on there. A zip sauce, zip sauce is so delicious.
I still have A1 on occasion. I've put A1 on a turkey burger.
Sure, I don't
think they taste anything alike.
I think I guess A1's a little bit runnier than ketchup. I'm not saying they taste alike. I'm saying that to me they're the same type of thing, and that it's a condiment and something you could put on. When I make hamburgers, I actually put A1 in the burger before I grill it.
Well, I've told this story before, but we were in Vegas years ago, and we went to some steakhouse, and of course I'm completely lost. I'm just pounding vodka tonics and having a good time. But one of the women there ordered her Kobe, is it Kobe beef?
Kobe beef, yeah.
Well done.
Oh, no.
And, yeah, that was the response. I'm like, who really cares? But Kang would have found it, quote-unquote, appalling.
Oh, yeah. They're not going to do this to the President of the United States, but there are restaurants that will say, no, we're not cooking a well done.
But that's ridiculous. The restaurant would do that.
I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but you know this, Gator. The chefs are very particular about
it, but
food.
They got to get over it real quickly, because it is the customer. What the customer wants is what matters. And if it's simply leaving the steak on the grill for an extra minute, then that's what you do, because that's what they want. They're paying for it. Now, this 30-day aged steak is probably, a $50 and up steak. If you're willing to pay that kind of money for it, whatever, dude. It doesn't matter if it's $1 hamburger or if it's a $125 Kobe beef steak. Whatever the case, you want it how you want it, and you get it how you should get it.
Let me back up, because I don't know, and I might not be the only one. Is the whole point of having it being 30-day aged is that it is definitely rarer? Does that enhance the fact that you don't want it well done?
I would think it does, because the steak shrinks. over time when it's being dry aged.
It keeps the flavor inside more. It becomes more tender.
Concentrated, yeah.
And it's just more flavorful.
And if you cook it all the way through, it basically kills the reason why you'd have it 30-day aged.
Yeah, you might as well just get a piece of meat and cook it well done.
No, but I will tell you this, that when I've gone out to steakhouses and the lady that I go with, she'll order it well done, and I kind of shake my head sometimes, but she'll cut me off a little piece of the steak and I'll try it and I'm like, it's actually still pretty good. I wouldn't order it that way, nor do I order it. I'm typically a medium rare guy, or maybe medium at best. But again, who are you to tell anybody how they should order their food?
No, I'm not.
I'm not telling you. I'm pointing at you.
Yeah,
You
are
can tell them to
pointing.
go somewhere else. I'm telling you, if there's like a tattoo artist out there or a plastic surgeon, just because the customer asks for it and you're against it, you ain't got to do it. You say, you know what? I'm not going to do that. We don't do that here. You can go down the street.
How do you think the boss or the owner of the restaurant? Although I think this restaurant is in Trump's hotel, which makes him technically the owner. So
Like I said, the president may be a little different story, but I'm saying in general, if the chef's willing to risk getting fired, I guess, on principle, that's up to him too, isn't it?
Yeah, 248-539-9797. Ticket text 97136. We might have to get into what's more egregious here, the well-done steak or the ketchup on the steak.
I think it's the well done part.
See, I think it's the ketchup.
It's just a condiment.
But I don't feel like my vote even counts. So I'll admit that. What do you think, the well-done's worse, Kang?
Yeah, the well done's worse in this case. Yep.
248-539-9797. Ticket text 97136. When we continue, we will update the Karsch and Anderson mock draft. A whole bunch of more picks are in for the Lions at 21. That coming up at 120. 97.1 the ticket.